Yeah, there's one Tully with black stripe, Dovey. Thank you so much. One that's black would be great. I mean black and white. Black and white. No, which is which? That's you. Beautiful. You put it on the back of my chair, please. Thank you. Okay. Yeah, I don't know what happened. No, no, no. Do not It's okay. It's gonna happen. It's gonna happen. Okay, you just have to let things. Yeah, are bound to happen. Because they're gonna happen anyway. Wonderful words of wisdom to describe how can we just down on a level where we can't see it. Behind the wood. Fast hand walking. This is occupational reality. In my hands. Can't be helped. Always tape down the ink. Scribal Arts 101. Tape down your ink. Okay. Okay, now. Oh boy. Alright. Now where's the feather that I cut? Ooh, that looks like a good candidate. Okay, first time using Silker quill. It was handy.
What do you normally use?
Water. Or to make quills harder, we use vinegar. Yep, so. Alright, so. Hello, hello. requested that she stay here to guard the scribe against marauding highwaymen and pussycats. So hold on. Just hold on. Boy, it's small. Okay. Okay. I normally have an hour in transition, but I had a half an hour and it was far away. So everything had to be brought, and that kind of took time. Oh, 'tis a messy business to be a scribe, I'm telling you. Okay, hold on. Yeah. Yeah. No, you don't need to. I don't want to be doing this while, okay. Yeah, I'm good. I'm ready to go to a restroom, please. I'm ready to go to a restroom, please. No, I'm going to do that. I'm almost there. Yeah, so I'm going to put my quill down, but I need I need to just put a cap, a little bit of this. No one is going to be walking up here, correct? Okay, because because the table is a little wobbly. So, not a criticism, just a statement. Now the quill size is perfect. And that is good. There is one more quill to cut for the writing of the. You can begin, and I'm gonna just walk off. Yes. Thank you very much. Oh, you were wonderful for your help. Yeah, me too. Okay.
Thank you, everyone, for your patience. We have more people than we expected, so some people are still coming in and finding their seats.
This is a good problem.
And our Sofair is just finishing up with his preparations. We had him programmed the entire morning. He was teaching the kids in our religious school, and it was wonderful to listen and to watch him teach. He had our kids transfixed. They're all signed up to be scribes.
And thank you to Steve and Beth for playing beautiful prelude music, and we appreciate that effort and beauty. And welcome to those who are watching from home and joining us in spirit, and as well as all of you. Thank you so much for being here.
Are we starting?
We think we're going to start, and everyone, I hope, has one of these, and if you don't, then please share with your neighbor. Are there any more on the back, Karma? No? So let's do some sharing. And I think you all know this. Hine Matov Umanayim. How wonderful it is for all of us, brothers and sisters and community, to be together.
הנה מה טוב ומה נעים, שבת אחים גם יחד. הנה מה טוב ומה נעים, שבת אחים גם יחד. הנה מה טוב ומה נעים, שבת אחים גם יחד. הנה מה טוב ומה נעים, שבת אחים גם יחד. הנה מה טוב ומה נעים, שבת אחים גם יחד. הנה מה טוב ומה נעים, שבת אחים גם יחד. הנה מה טוב ומה נעים, שבת אחים גם יחד. הנה מה טוב ומה נעים, שבת אחים גם יחד. הנה מה טוב ומה נעים, שבת אחים גם יחד. הנה מה טוב ומה נעים, שבת אחים גם יחד. Well, the room looks a little bit different today, doesn't it? Students in our school, does anybody know what this is? I heard it, say it louder. It's a chuppah. When do you use a chuppah? That's right, when two people get married, they stand under a chuppah, a wedding canopy. And right before the ceremony, they sit with their closest family and friends, and they sign a ketubah. That's the Jewish wedding contract. So why do we have a chuppah here today? Is somebody getting married? Would someone like to get married? I'm game, I'm ready. Anyone out there want to get married? Why do we have a chuppah here today? Nobody's getting married. Well, I'll tell you, it's because a Torah that we begin writing today is considered the marriage contract between God and the Jewish people. That's what we're doing today. We are writing a ketubah of sorts, this beautiful, precious, important text that belongs to us. We're writing a Torah. Now, anyone who has ever been to a bar or bat mitzvah in the last 30 years here at Temple Israel, since I've been here, knows that I always like to say one word right when our students finish delivering their Devar Torah, because I'm always overwhelmed with how amazing all our students are, how beautifully they chant, and how they share their words of wisdom with the congregation. What do I say?
Why?
You've been there. I say, wow! You know what? That's not a Hebrew word. But it should be, because that's the kind of feeling that we're supposed to have when we notice something spectacular, something beautiful, something powerful. And that could be out there in nature. It could be a beautiful sunset, or the leaves turning beautiful colors in the fall. Have you seen that? Or standing at the edge of an expansive ocean as far as the eye can see. Those are all what I call wow moments. I think today is going to be a wow moment for all of us. One of those moments that the philosopher Martin Buber says allow us to sense the divine, to feel a sense of holiness that we are witnessing. And I think we're going to experience that today. But before we get started, Claude, our choir, and all the kids, our older kids who have learned a very special song, and the words come from the Psalms, and they say, Ma rabu ma'asecha Adonai. How abundant, how great are all your creations, God. So come on up to the bima so we can share Ma rabu ma'asecha Adonai.
Fifth graders and up.
There's no way back in.
Thank you. Can't touch it. Not.
than this service. You can clap if you want. Thank you, Cologne, and thank you to all the students of our school for singing with so much ruach, so much spirit, helping us to get all the excitement and the beauty of our ceremony today. I just love it. It's the best thing for me to see all the kids up here singing with the adults, all raising their voices together. Simchat Breshit, a celebration of beginning, a celebration of Torah, a celebration of community. And our timing, and this is what this day is all about. And our timing could not be more perfect. For the Torah portion that we just read this past Shabbat was Bishalach, which contains the beautiful and powerful Shirat Hayam, the Song of the Sea, with the Michamocha at its center, words so familiar to all of us because it's a standout moment in every prayer service. It's that triumphant song our ancestors sang at the moment of their redemption as they passed through the sea from slavery to freedom. And they noticed, oh my God, we're free. Bichamocha, who is like unto you, Almighty God, who does these wondrous things. And the connection to what we begin today, this mitzvah of writing a Sefer Torah, is so clear because, Jewish tradition does not just command each one of us to write a Torah. The text from which the commandment is derived actually says to write for yourself this song. That's what the text says. And teach it to the children of Israel. And you know what? We Jews have been writing and singing this song both metaphorically and literally ever since. It's right in the Torah, in every verse, in every weekly reading, a song of freedom, a song of justice, a song of goodness, commanding us to live lives of meaning, to be an or l'goyim, a light unto the people. That, more than anything, is what it means to be Jewish. That's what it means to be a Jew, to be a mensch, to be a good person in everything we do, and to join together in the task of building a world that's worthy of God's blessing. Every time we read Torah, we sing that song. And we are inspired anew to walk the path of righteousness. And because of the perfect timing, and because this passage, the Song of the Sea, has always been so important to our community, it's one of our favorites. It is these words that we are going to take upon ourselves to write in our new Sefer Torah, our Torah scroll. Sometimes communities start at the beginning of the Torah with Breshit, and they just begin there. Well, we're beginning in Exodus, and we're going to have this one page of Torah today. We're going to write the first 6 letters in our ceremony. About 80 people are going to be writing their letters later this afternoon. And then once again, in the fall, in November, probably another 160 or more people will come and write their letter in the Torah. And finally, at the end, in the May of 2024, there'll be some more writing of letters, and we will complete our Torah scroll. Now, you know what? We're not writing the entire Torah. because that is the job of a scribe. And it takes about a year or a year and a couple of more months to complete the writing of Sefer Torah, working 5 days a week, all day, sitting at a writing table like this, writing a Sefer Torah.
Exactly.
Our Sefer Torah is being written by a female scribe, Jen Taylor Friedman. The first female scribe, at least that we know about, at least in current history. She now lives across the sea, not the Sea of Reeds, but the Atlantic Ocean, in England. She will be writing our Sefer Torah there. This one page that we're going to be writing here with Shirat Hayam, with the help of another wonderful, wonderful sofer, a scribe, Neil Yearman, who you saw sitting here a few minutes ago, and I'll introduce him more formally. We're going to be writing. And when we're done with writing the page that we're writing, we're going to send this one page across the sea to Jen Taylor Friedman, who will stitch our page that we've written in with all the other pages of the Torah, and our Torah will be complete. And then she will send it back to us here, so that in May of 2024, together we will lovingly write the very last letters. Actually, we're going to end with the bed of Breshit, and our scroll will be complete, and we will dedicate it and place it lovingly in our ark. And it, God willing, will serve our community for the next 100 years and more. A hopeful sign for the future of our community and the future for the Jewish people. A Sefer Torah that we will write together. A Torah that will exist only because of our participation. Each one of us will be able to say, this Torah would not exist if it wasn't for me. That's the importance of what we do today. Now, I would like to introduce you to Jen Taylor Friedman. Nope, she's not here today. Oh, I forgot. Thank you. I went off script for a second. I better pay attention. I'd like to welcome the president of our board of directors, Emily Ripkin, to come forward and to share with us a few words on behalf of the leadership of our temple. I am so proud of her and the job that she's doing and the leadership that she shows to our community. And I'll tell you a secret. She was in my first confirmation class here.
Shalom, everyone.
Shalom.
On behalf of the entire Board of Trustees, welcome, truly welcome. How good it is for us to all be together today. It is an honor and a privilege to share our kickoff of our Sefer Torah project with each and every one of you, not only in the sanctuary, but to all of you at home. Simchat Bereshit, joyous beginning, is such an appropriate name for today's program and celebration. From our youngest children, excited to see the Torah at Simchat Torah, to our B'nai Mitzvah students reading the Torah for the very first time, to our adult learning classes, to our communal embrace of the values of our people. We are a vibrant community who cares deeply and celebrates Torah. We recognize the Torah as a source of collective wisdom, a resource for growth, and a symbol of resilience. Torah is truly a gift for each generation. As you may know, the writing of the Torah is considered to be the 613th mitzvah. How fortunate that we can all say, Hineni, I am here, I am present. To me, this means I am part of this new Torah, and this Torah is a part of me. Throughout the next 15 months, we will all have opportunities to step in and to be present, to participate in learning programs, to celebrate our community, to meet Neil Yerman, our in-house sofer, and watch our very own new Torah come to life. We thank you for being here today. The Torah Project is for each and every one of us. On behalf of our temple leadership, we sincerely invite you to join us in this unique milestone in our individual lives and in the life of our Temple Israel community. Shalom. Thank you so much.
Isn't she great? So as I started to say before I forgot I needed to introduce Emily, I want to introduce you to Jen Taylor Friedman. She's not here today. She has a 5-year-old at home, which makes it difficult for her to travel, and England's pretty far away. But through the magic of Zoom, you are going to meet Jen Taylor Friedman. We had a Zoom call just a couple of days ago, and I asked her a couple of questions, and she gave great answers. And here's a little bit of that call.
Jen Taylor Friedman, what a pleasure it is to finally meet you face to face, even in this fashion online on Zoom. And pleasure to introduce you to our congregation on this very exciting day in our community, the first sacred Torah we've acquired in 100 years, and we're writing it. And you are our sofer, our scribe, and the first female, at least in modern history, that we know about to write a sacred Torah. That makes you a bit of a celebrity and a historical figure, doesn't it?
It kind of does, I suppose. But the beautiful thing about Torahs is that when they're finished, nobody knows who writes them. So a Torah scribe is very much a behind-the-scenes figure. And you're going to have a beautiful Torah after this project is done. And just like all the other Torahs I've ever written, your Torah is going to be number 7.
That's a special number.
It's a special number.
Have you become interested in becoming a sofer, and how did you learn the sacred craft?
I learned the sacred craft through inputs from a great many people. One of them was your very own Neil Yerman. There was also a scribe in England named Mordechai Pinchas. He taught me some. There's some scribes in Israel who preferred to remain anonymous who taught me some. A great many books. And a great many giving it a goes and making mistakes and getting it right the next times.
You know, your work is truly holy work, and what you're saying kind of connects to that. What does it mean to you to write? I'm sure you consider it holy work.
It is holy work, but I think that writing a Torah teaches you a lot about the nature of Jewish holiness, which is that you show up and you get on with the job. So it is a holy work, but it's a holy work that comes from writing letter after letter after letter. You keep on going, and you're in the real world, making a real thing. It's not just about being off in some spiritual space, swaying back and forth with your eyes closed. It's about having your eyes open and getting on with the work. And that applies in so many places other than the Torah scroll, where the holiness is about showing up to people who need you, or about saying things that need to be said and doing things that need to be done. That's the holiness that I love about my Judaism, and it translates through on all areas.
Beautiful. You know, we've told everyone that it'll take about 15 months for the writing of the scroll. Can you tell us why it takes so long?
It takes so long basically because the Torah is very long. It takes us a whole year to read the Torah. and it's going to take me a little more than a year to write the Torah. Normally I would say just 1 year, but now I have a little girl to raise as well, and I can't always assume that my writing space will be undisturbed. So I'm combining writing your Torah with raising a child. It's the first time I've done this, so that's why it's going to take me a little bit longer than usual.
Well, that's holy work as well, raising a child.
It is holy work as well. She's very excited to see Mummy write the Torah.
I'm sure she's going to be your helper, right?
Well, we've discussed how she will best help me by being very good and quiet if Mummy is working. Don't sneak in and grab Mummy's elbows, because that's not going to go well with the poor Torah. And in my work as a historian of Torah scrolls, I've seen different Torah scrolls going back from the past 800 years or so, and you can see how they change and how they stay the same. You can see that you're connected into this long chain of tradition of Jews passing on their holy texts. And when we're writing your Torah, we're being one more step in that chain, one more link in that chain, one more step in that journey of Jews perpetuating their Torah, going back and also going forwards. So you have to look in both directions in this project.
Beautiful. Well, thank you so much for taking the time for this interview, and thank you for partnering with us in this holy task. We're going to be connected in a very deep way, and we so look forward to seeing the work of your hands, your handiwork, your holy work.
I hope you have a beautiful kickoff weekend.
Thank you so much. It's a pleasure.
I think you can see how lucky we are as a congregation to have someone the likes of Jen Taylor Friedman writing Torah for us. And you can see how much it means to her that she's devoted her life to this work. And we are so incredibly blessed and lucky to have Neil Yearman, who is here with us today. He's been with us this entire weekend, teaching and speaking to adults, to kids, inspiring us, sharing his wisdom with us. Neil is also a sofer. You heard Jen say that he was one of her teachers. I'm sure that gives you great nachas. And he has been doing this work since he was 35 years old. He grew up in an Orthodox family and started in the business world. He was a commodities broker and a businessman, but he, at heart, was always an artist, and he loved letters. And someone said to him one day, "Neil, who are you kidding? Follow your passion." And so he became a scribe, a sofer, full-time. He has written 8 Torahs. He has restored over 900 Torah scrolls. He has written more than 2 million Hebrew letters, holy letters, in scrolls. He travels the country to congregations like ours, helping them to write their Torahs and teaching and guiding. And he is a blessing, and he is a tremendous mensch. And we are so lucky to have him here. Those of you who have heard him this weekend understand what I'm talking about. Everyone, you're going to be interacting with him when you come to write your letter, and he's going to be coming back at least 2 more times in the fall and in the spring to teach and to guide our hand. Now, I'd love to offer a blessing. I shared the link with Jen. I'm not sure if she's on or not. And we didn't do that interview live because you never can rely on technology. That's why we don't print Torahs. It's real human beings who write them, because you can't count on technology. But I would like to offer a blessing Jen, I hope you're there listening, and to Neil. And yes, why don't you come up so I'll... Come and stand here. He's staying with us at the house. We're having so much fun with him. So for Neil, and so Ferret Jen, as you begin this journey with us, the first Torah acquired, scribed by our congregation in nearly 100 years, it's our honor to ask God's blessing upon you. Mishaberach avotenu Avraham Yitzchak v'Yaakov v'yimotenu Sarah Rivka Rachel v'Leah. May the one who blessed our ancestors, Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, Sarah, Rebekah, Rachel, and Leah, bless you and the holy work that you are about to commence. May your ongoing encounter with Torah scribing, letter by letter, word upon word, bring inspiration to your souls. May the artistry with which you carefully craft each letter bring added beauty, joy, and richness to your life. May you, throughout your writing, be strengthened with patience, a careful eye, a steady hand, and a full heart. May you fill each page of parchment with our people's most sacred history. And especially during this time of your writing of this Sefer Torah, may you feel the embrace of our Temple Israel community, and may you feel the embrace of the entire Jewish community worldwide, all those who will be blessed by your work in communities near and far for generations now and those yet to be. And let us say, Amen. Amen. There is a special blessing called Kaddish de Rabbanan. And part of that blessing, which is actually written in Aramaic, is a blessing for teachers. And our scribes are our ultimate teachers. They not only write these words, they teach these words, and they impart them with love. And so we would like to sing together Kaddish de Rabbanan, a small encapsulation of those words in English.
There'll be a part for you to join in. It'll be very easy.
We ask for peace
and loving kindness
and loving kindness.
And let us say amen.
And let us say amen. We ask for peace and loving kindness. And let us say amen. We ask for peace and loving kindness, and let us say amen. Not only is he an artist and a scribe, he's also a musician and a wonderful singer. We're having a really good time.
That is true.
Okay. We're almost getting ready to write these first letters. And what we're going to do now is to bring up our executive board to have the honor of holding our 4 current Torah scrolls that have been a part of our congregation going way, way back to the 1850s, so that they can bear witness to the birth, the beginnings of our new scroll. And as we open the ark, we rise either physically or in spirit. Nope, nope.
Nope.
Sweet as honey.
Okay.
Sweet as honey, sweet as honey, sweet as honey on our tongue. Sweet as honey, sweet as honey, sweet as honey on our tongue. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher kiddushanu b'mitzvotav etzivanu לעשות בדברי תורה, לעשות בדברי תורה.
Sweet as honey.
Sweet as honey, sweet as honey, sweet as honey on our tongue. Sweet as honey, sweet as honey, sweet as honey on our tongue. In these scrolls is written the secret of our people's lives. From Sinai until now, their teaching is love and justice, goodness and hope. Freedom is their gift to all who embrace them. Shema Yisrael, Adonai Eloheinu, Adonai Echad, Echad Eloheinu, Gadol Adonenu, Kadosh Shemo. Go ahead and take seats. Bring back those chairs if you can help, Emily. And you may be seated. There's a blessing in our program for writing a Sefer Torah. The Hebrew is a bit challenging, so I'll say the Hebrew, and we'll all join together in the translation. Hine anu muchanim umezumanim lihiot edim beketivat Sefer Torah lekehilatenu hakedosha. Together, behold, we are ready and prepared to witness the scribing of a new Sefer Torah for our sacred community. We now begin.
Wow. Okay, what, Rabbi?
You need a minute?
We need to blot out the memory of Amalek.
Oh, okay.
At this point, do you want me to explain it?
Yeah, let me just say what I'm going to say, then you can start talking.
Well, thank you.
We now begin the scribing of our Sefer Torah with the direction of our wonderful Sofer Neil Yearman, there'll be some running commentary as we go through.
Okay. Okay. So, yeah, this is going to be good. Okay.
Is your mic on? Is it
Are we on? Yes. We're on. Oh, I'm live. Okay. Shalom. Shalom. You look so wonderful, and it's so wonderful to be with you today. Rabbi, I am delighted, so delighted today to finally, after a long journey, to discover the source of the voice which I heard again today, who called me to my sacred profession. It was you. Who knew? Thank you. So, before we begin, we have to begin with something else, and that is when we are called to write the Torah, and indeed this is one of the commandments that from Deuteronomy chapter 25, verse 19. If anyone is interested in knowing that particular citation, we are commanded to blot out the memory of Amalek from under heaven, and never to forget the name of our ancient enemy, who lives in the spirits of those who intend to do no good to a lot of people. And we've had Amaleks appear in every generation, but we have survived all of them. And we are still here. But we remind ourselves to celebrate our existence by writing the name, which we are to never forget, but which we have to forget. It gets a little confusing, but it helps. It really does help to write the name. So I'm going to say the blessing in Hebrew. I'm going to ask you to repeat it. It's a 7-word blessing, okay, where we ask God to teach our hands to write the letters, because ultimately God is our teacher, our master teacher in life. So, having said that, we're going to take a quill, other than the quill that we are writing with. Not that we are a superstitious people, tui tui tui. Kanahara kanenahara, we are not superstitious. I just wanted to, remind you. And so, all right. Please repeat after me this blessing, the commandment, Timche et zecher Amalek mitachat hashamayim, lo tishkach, never forget. So, please repeat. Baruch, hamlamed, et yadi, lisaper, et haotiot. Baruch hamlamed et yadi lisaper et haotiot. And ku. This is good Amalek blotting. And here we are. Okay, I think we're ready.
I just wanted to point out, unless you didn't quite catch and understand what he was just doing, before he writes every letter, he says the name of the letter, and then he sings the name of the letter, and then he writes the letter. Every letter in the Torah, just like that. And how many letters are there in the Torah?
Well, if I remember correctly. Well, thank you for remembering.
Who remembered out there? What's the number? They get it right?
304,805 was absolutely right.
To be exact. So we are going to honor 6 different members of our community to write the first 6 letters as a part of our ceremony today. And to introduce our first writer, I'm going to ask Carmen to step forward.
Rabbi Jason Gwazdoff has been the leader of our community for 30 years.
I did not have a gray beard when I came.
And I didn't have gray hair, so. Jason leads with wisdom, he leads with strength, he leads with kindness, and he leads with compassion. And he is one of those rare individuals who is both a dreamer of dreams and so willing to step forward and do the work to make those dreams come true. It is my very great honor to invite Rabbi Jason to scribe the first letter in our Sefer Torah.
All right, sit down.
Okay.
I've never done this before.
So this here is an olive. Oh, yes.
I do know what an omelet. That I know.
Okay. Okay. So you're going to place your hand with mine, and we hold it exactly like that. Okay. So we begin on the left side of the letter, and we occupy 1/2 of the line. Az, Aleph. If you like to chant, you can chant the letter too as we write it.
Aleph.
Set watching our copy, starting above the score line down towards me. Beautiful. And now you're going to go down to that line. Okay? Good. And we're going to curve in this way. Curve in. It's beautiful. Now we're copying Jen Taylor Friedman's writing. So we're going to go downward. Okay? Beautiful. Beautiful. And then a little bit more. And this line is going to slant down a little bit and make the other foot of the olive, and now curve like a comma toward me. This is beautiful. Okay, now we have a little, okay, this is, okay, we're going to make this just a little bit stronger here. And we're going to go downward, tiny line, down, disconnect it right up here. And then complete this way, and we have it. Beautiful. Okay. Let's go on. Let's go on. Thank you. This is good.
He can make anyone look good. It's beautiful.
Okay.
Okay. As I said, we're honoring 6 very special people today from different aspects of our community. I've been the rabbi of Temple Israel for 30 years. And there were a few rabbis before me going back to 1851. But one of the longest serving rabbis, certainly in current history, was Rabbi Bernard Rosenberg. Y'all know Rosenberg Hall? That's named after a very special rabbi who served our community from the mid-1950s to the mid-1970s. And it was during the years of his leadership that the congregation grew tremendously. It was during the years of his leadership that the first buildings were built here on March and El Dorado, a big move for our community, and we flourished under his leadership. He died many years ago, but his daughter Judy, who grew up, or who spent most of her life, the majority of your life here, you weren't born in Stockton, were you? Is still a member of our temple community. She's married to Alan Marchek, who is a past president of our community, my first president when I came as a young 35-year-old rabbi. And we are honoring the memory of Rabbi Rosenberg by honoring his granddaughter, Jill Marchek, to come forward with Judy and Alan standing by her side to write our second letter.
Next letter is Zion.
Yeah, come closer. See.
Okay, very good. Okay, so all right, good. And now we can do this. Please hold it with me. Very good. Okay, so on the left-hand side, everyone, please say the letter that we are about to write. Say Zion.
Zion.
Zion. Okay, thank you. Downward. And again, a little bit. That's it. So when we get it started with a little ink, and please move the quill to the right. Beautiful. And now we're going to go downward toward me. Okay, good. Very gently, beautiful. And now you're going to go toward you. We're just going to change direction, okay? Go toward you, and now toward me. Very gently. Okay, okay. We're not quite there. We have to make a crown for the Zion. So let's go straight down here. Let's just go a little bit more on an angle toward you. Up, beautiful. And now down toward me. This is beautiful. And then, we're going to go downward, right? Now down again, and 3 counterclockwise motions on top. Very, very, just to make a little top of each of the 3 crowns.
Can you see it there?
Okay, 3 stems of the crown. We're going to pick up a little more ink here. Good, and pick up a little more ink here. And one more. This is good Zion making. Mazal tov. Wonderful. Okay.
Thank you. I told you about the wow moments that we experience every time we have a bar or bat mitzvah here at Temple Israel. And we decided we wanted to honor the last bat mitzvah student who just a couple of months ago stood right here, chanted the Torah. Oh, well, that's what I meant. She gives me such a hard time. The most recent. God forbid the last. We've got a lot of bar and bat mitzvahs coming up the pike. The most recent bat mitzvah, we would like to honor her. And it's a pleasure to invite up to the bima June Cobrin to write our next letter. That's Ed and Shirley, her grandparents, bursting with pride in the back row over there. And her mom, Sophia, her brother, Jacob.
Okay.
Dad couldn't be here today, but I'm sure he's watching.
Just a moment. Okay. Okay. So, after the word then, and then Yashir, he sang. So, okay. All right. Let's see. Checking her spacing. Okay. All right. Good. Everybody, please say Yod.
Yod.
Okay, so, and would you like to chant it? Or you don't have to? Okay, fine. So we're going to down towards me. And now you're going to move the quill a little bit against the score line. You see the top of the fork, just to a little bit to the right. And now down and toward me. Now very gently down a little, just a little bit more. Let me just see something. Right here, you're going to go down a little further. That's beautiful. A little more ink. There you go. And now down toward me, a tiny bit. And we stop right there. Perfect.
To represent the leadership, the current leadership of Temple Israel, to write the third letter, I want to welcome Emily Ripken. As you heard, we have a lot of history. She was in my first confirmation class here, but this even has more layers of meaning because she comes by it naturally, because both her mom, Anne, and her dad, Bob, are past presidents of Temple Israel. Bob 3 times, which is a record, I think. So with great joy, we invite Emily to write our third letter. Our fourth letter, on behalf of the leaders of Temple Israel.
We are highlighting. Good idea. Yes. Knowing where we are. Okay. This is good. Our next letter is Shin, and the word for he sang. Okay.
Everyone say Shin.
Shin. Tiny bit, downward here, and down to the right, and downward, and now downward a little bit, and just very, very close to the yod, and then downward. Now we're going to go to this midpoint in the line, okay? So downward, good, and now down on the other side. And now down this way. I see. So we are joining hands across the pond, as they say. We're going to make this line a little bit thicker as she does, okay? And then go up, upward. Good. Okay, now, a little down this way now. Okay, we have a little line in the middle, okay? A little top line coming down. And now a crown. One line down, straighten it, and the next line straight down, and the next line down toward the middle of the roof of the letter, and then three dots. Okay. Okay. And okay, round and round. This feels like you've done this before. Oh, last night. That's wonderful. Okay, and around. That's beautiful. Okay.
I just want to make sure that you catch what he's talking about here when he says reaching across the pond. We have a sample of Jen Taylor Friedman's writing with the font style that she's going to be using for writing our Sefer Torah. And Neil, the last day or two, has been studying it, and he's going to do his best in helping us to write in her style so that there's nice consistency to the writing of the Torah. Isn't that amazing? Okay. It is a pleasure for me to invite onto the bima to write our next letter, the oldest member of our congregation, at 103 years young, Dr. Bill West. You know, all the commandments that we have, what we say about them is to live by them. We're supposed to live by the commandments. And I'm saying that because here's a man who's responsible for bringing life into the world. In the old days, the pediatrician also would deliver babies. Dr. West delivered thousands of babies. I bet a number of people sitting in this room were delivered by him and brought into the world, and a number of people were his patients through the years, including my 3 sons. And when he retired at age 91, he was the oldest practicing pediatrician in the state of California, and he's a mensch, and he's a gem, and we're so happy to have him here today for the honor of writing our next letter.
Okay. Excellent. See this little line on top, so it kind of slants down this way. So we're gonna do our best. First, we start this way. This is the angle of the yod on the left. Okay, please go with me. Okay, you want to hold it with me? Okay, and don't worry about this. I'll just okay. Don't worry. I'll look at that now. We're both focusing on the same spot. The letter. Everyone, please say yod.
Yod.
Sometimes chanted as yod.
Yod.
And now straight across to the shin. Right? And now curve down toward me very gently. Wow. Okay, and it's beautiful. And now downward a little tiny slant. We're going to go a little further on just here. Tiny bit. Tiny bit. Again. And 100% beautiful. Okay, right across. Okay.
Well, if we're going to have the oldest member of our congregation scribe a letter, what we have to do now is what? The youngest member of our congregation, at least symbolically, is going to write a letter, and her name is Gabriela Vasquez Andaluz. She was born 2 months ago, And here she is. Oops. Her mom is Esmeralda. Her father is Felix. We did a hand-washing ritual before we came into the room, and we were standing with Dr. West. And Esmeralda said, "You know, I think you brought me into the world." Isn't that amazing that he delivered Esmeralda, who gave birth to Gabriela, and the two of them are writing letters in our Torah. But since she's a little too young to write, and we wanted Mom and Dad to be able to hold her lovingly, we are inviting her aunt, Priscilla, to write the letter in her honor, also representing the young adults of our community. Priscilla, come on up.
I think if she was awake, she could do it. Okay. Wow. Okay. How beautiful. How beautiful. Okay, so our letter is Reish, and we're finishing the words Az, Yashir. The last letter of the second word is Reish. So, yeah, this is perfect. Okay. So here. So we see we're elongating it just a little bit. Okay. Okay. Everyone say Reish.
Reish.
You can sing. Down. Okay. Now a little bit over from the left and down. And a little bit here. And you see the letters are not touching, just a hair's breadth space, because if the letters touch, it invalidates the entire Torah. No pressure. Beautiful. Aren't you glad I told you and everyone? Yeah, no pressure. Okay.
Nancy.
Mazal tov. Wonderfully done.
Never mind.
Thank you. Oh, okay.
I'm so emotional that I made a mistake when I put in the Spanish module in my brain. Vasquez came out instead of Zapian. Because we have a lot of Vasquez here at the temple, but we also have a lot of Zapian, and it's Zapian. Gabriela Ariela. Beautiful name. Well, we have written our first 6 letters, and this, I think you will agree, is a Shehechianu moment for us. So let us sing together the prayer that we say at all happy and special occasions in our lives, thanking God for giving us life, sustaining us, and bringing us to this special time. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam shehechianu v'kimanu v'higianu b'zman hazeh. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam shehechianu v'kimanu v'higianu b'zman hazeh. Everybody take a deep breath. And please rise as we return the Torahs to the ark. Ashlosha Devarim, Ashlosha Devarim, Haolam Omed, Ashlosha Devarim, Haolam Omed, Al HaTorah ve'al ha'avodah, ve'al gemilut hasadim, Al HaTorah Sadim, Ashlosha Devarim, Ashlosha Devarim, Haolam Omed, Ashlosha Devarim, Haolam Omed. Yasher Koach to all of us. And thank you for coming to share this very special moment with us. We have lots of food in the social hall. We're going to have a reception. Please stay and schmooze and connect. And those of you who are signed up to write this afternoon, that's going to be taking place over in Rosenberg Hall.
We
and
might
that will,
be starting just a few minutes later
smidge
because
late.
we'll come find you. You know who you are. And thank you to those joining us from home. Everyone say goodbye,
if those who wrote would like to get their picture taken, Nancy's going to be here, so come on up to the
Feel free to come back
bima.
up on the bima and get your picture taken.
And let's do a motzi. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam hamotzi lechem vid haaretz. Amen. B'teavon, hearty appetite, thank you for coming.
Would you like to get your picture? Take a picture? Come on up.
Romemu Adonai Eloheinu ve'ishtachavu lehar kodsho. Romemu Adonai Eloheinu ve'ishtachavu lehar kodsho. Ki kadosh Adonai Eloheinu romemu. Ki kadosh Adonai Eloheinu